plaid. Almost as boring as this piece of shit game. So today we are talking about Splatterhouse. Okay, now this game I had really super high expectations for. I had played, these games, the first original three. I had been playing these games for years, and I loved this series, and when I heard that they were remaking this, or rebooting the game, however you want to call it, it made me very happy in the pants, and I went out and pre-ordered that shit as soon as humanly possible. And this worthless piece of plastic is what I got. Now this game, I guess if you like bland, I earn points and skill my character up beat 'em ups like Batman Arkham Asylum and God of War, hell, even like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, games like that. If you like running through levels and button mashing and collecting little points to upgrade skills in your player, then this is probably a really great game for you. But if you like good games, then this is no game for you at all. That's pretty much all there is to this game. You run around and you button mash, and there's a ton of blood, and there's some mediocre at best music. And there is a couple 2D side-scrolling areas that you get to run through, kind of a nostalgia point. And as you progress through the game, I believe at the end of chapters 2, 4, and 6, could be wrong, you unlock Splatterhouses 1, 2, and 3. And so you actually get to play the original 3 Splatterhouses if you play through this game. So, yeah, that's really all there is to say about it. There's a lot of bugs in this game. There's many times that I would end up killing bosses, and the game would just sit there. I noticed on other people's playthroughs of this game, even a good friend of mine who sat and watched play this game, because after I got bored with it and stopped playing it for a few days, and then of course one of my friends has to be playing it, but in the very beginning of this game, he and another person I had watched play it had gotten a little message on the bottom of the screen, like the little tutorial message, it was, hold this and press this to heal. I never got that. Swear. I looked at the bottom of the screen, I kept looking at the bottom of the screen, I never saw anything about healing. So I played this game for about half an hour, dying my ass off because I didn't know how I was supposed to heal. And I don't read the booklet. Who reads booklets? Not me. So yeah, after I figured out that, and I could actually progress through the fucking game, it was okay. I mean, I really loved Batman Arkham Asylum, not only just because it's a, beat 'em up and you get to be fucking Batman, but there's a story in that game. This game has a story too, but I've heard it before. Batman is, you can take that anywhere you want. They can make that original, do whatever kind of plot twist they want. They made this game just like the original Splatterhouse. It's the same basic storyline. Rick gets fucked up. His girlfriend gets kidnapped. He puts on this mask. He turns into the love child of Bane and Jason, and he goes beating the living crap out of everything. So there wasn't, for me personally, there wasn't anything new here. If you're new to this game, if you've never played any of the other Splatterhouse games before, you might be a little bit into the story. But for me, it was the same rehashed story, so I really wasn't interested in the story. The main thing I liked about this game was just beating the living crap out of things and watching the blood flow. And I was really psyched too after reading that the where the fuck is it at? Yeah, after reading a couple of the bands, because I really love Mastodon and Lamb of God's okay. And I was really excited about the soundtrack, but to be honest, the soundtrack was really poor, in my opinion. For me personally, for a game like this, I would love to have like a full, entire soundtrack of Suicidal Tendencies. No, I wouldn't, listen to Suicidal Tendencies on every game I played, or, every day, 24/7 type thing, but just for me, for this type of game, I want that fast, brutal, thrash punk metal, and it just wasn't there. I mean, a lot of the songs are really timid. I mean, they were, metal, but a lot of the songs are like the God, who would I want to compare that to? Any band that kind of like screams or whatever, through the verse, vocals, and then at the chorus they break into a little, they get their little sister shorts on and they break into a singy, harmonized chorus, and there are so many of those songs on this soundtrack. It's not even funny. I don't want to listen to a song where all of a sudden I'm beating someone up and all of a sudden there's a light-hearted, happy, skippy, singy chorus. I don't want that, and that's what's here. Let me look at my little list here. The first song I want to mention is by the band Cavalera Conspiracy. The song is Must Kill. This song is fucking amazing for the game. It's really fast-paced. It's brutal. It's one of those songs that, when you're playing a game like this, slashing and bashing and there's blood everywhere, this is the kind of song you want to have playing in a game. That song is great for this game. And there's another song too. The band Municipal Waste has a song on here called Rigorous Vengeance, and that song is literally perfect for this game, in my opinion. That is one of my favorite songs in this whole soundtrack. It is just everything and more that I could ask when I'm playing a game like this. There's some really crappy songs on here. The Lamb of God song to put on here is Walk With Me in Hell, which is not a bad song, but there's so many better songs by Lamb of God to put on this. So many songs that would fit this game better than Walk With Me in Hell. I don't know what people are thinking when they put the soundtrack together. The Goat Whore is in this too. I figured I'd mention this because I'm a really huge Goat Whore fan, and it's the opening track off their newest album. This is the Goat Horror song, Apocalyptic Havoc. And it's not one of my favorite songs by Goat Horror, by any means. But it's a pretty good song, and it's, they played at a really good time in the game. It's right in the end of the game. In the final battle sequences of the game is when they have the Goat Horror song. So it's really cool. There's probably a couple other Goat Horror songs I would have picked over Apocalyptic Havoc, but that's just me. Yeah, so all in all, personally for me, this game has a rehashed story that's not really exciting to me, because I've heard it before since I've played the other games. The battle is just like any other beat 'em up, with the same button mashing, the same earning points to skill up, and there's so many glitches in this game. It's not even trying to be funny, and the soundtrack is not nearly as heavy as I would like it to be. So that's my opinion on Splatterhouse. On a 1 to 10 scale, being the fact that I'll spare it the fact that of the story being boring to me, because I've played the other games before. If you've never played any of the Splatterhouse games before, the story is a little bit interesting. It's a little bit far-fetched, but it's, look at the game. It's not gonna be any type of a true story or anything like that. It's gonna be way out in left field, and the battle system is bland as warm milk, and the soundtrack's not that heavy. I would probably give this game a 6 out of 10. If you've never played the Splatterhouse series before, and you enjoy button mashing beat 'em ups like God of War and Batman Arkham Asylum, shit like that, you might enjoy this game. It would be worth a rental. Or if you're a hardcore fan of the series, and you like beat 'em ups to begin with, then you might want to buy this game just for the fact that it has the 3 original games in it, and you wouldn't have to play those on your computer's emulator. You could put them on your Xbox and play them. And so if you're into the series itself and button mashing beat 'em ups, I'd say it's probably worth the $60. But if you've never really heard of the series before and you're not that interested, you just wanted to check out the game, see what it was like, I would not recommend spending $60 in this game. No way, no how. So that's my thoughts on Splatterhouse from Namco. 6 out of 10 for me. Maybe better or worse from you, but that's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. That's it for this episode of the Full 360. Check you later, gamers. This game came out on November 23rd, and it's 2 days. I'm filming this on Sunday, so it's 2 days away from being 3 weeks old. And the mask that you got for pre-ordering the game, it required you to go to a website and put in the code that was printed on your receipt, and then they would mail you this mask within 10 to 14 days. Now, I don't know if your math is different than mine, but I believe that November 23rd to December 12th is a little bit more than 14 days. So, fuck you, Namco. Give me my fucking mask.